let's create a button. So for this example, we're going to create a button that sends an alert to the user saying hello name. So I first need to give some example names. Next, I want to put that button in here so that when the user clicks on it, it says hello name. So step one is to click Insert Drawing. Insert Drawing, and here we are actually going to draw our button. So I'm going to click on Shapes. I like to use the rounded rectangle option, and we'll put it in right there. Now the purpose of this button is it's going to say hello to the specified name. So I'm going to double click on the center and title the button Say Hello. Save and close. Now I'm going to click on that and drag it to where I want my button to live. Okay, so we've just completed step one and step two. So step three, click on the drawings option menu and select Assign Script. So I'm going to click on these three dots, click Assign a Script, and I'm going to write down the name of my function. And for this example, the function I'm going to use is going to be called Say Hello. At this point, I haven't actually created that function, so we're going to do that next. If I were to attempt to click on this button right now, it's going to look for that function, and of course it's not going to find it. So step four is going to be Open Extensions, App Script, and this is where we're going to actually write our function. I'm going to pull this to the side here. I actually have a function ready to go. Let's do this in this code tab. So I'm just going to rewrite this. So, and I'm going to do this line by line so I can explain what I'm putting into the function. So we'll start with just declaring function. Like I said earlier, it's going to be titled Say Hello. Next, I need to get the user interface, so create a variable called UI, and I'm using spreadsheet app. What this allows me to do is utilize Google Sheets built-in spreadsheet functions. So then I'm going to click or type in get UI. This gives me access to the actual user interface, and I need that in order to create an alert. All right, now I need to actually get the name. So I'm going to create a variable called getName. And again, I need to access the spreadsheet. I'm going to tell it to get active cell, get value. The purpose of that is so that if I click on a cell, I'm telling the spreadsheet to get the value of the cell that I have clicked. Okay, the last piece here is telling the user interface to send an alert that says hello, and we're going to do get name. Save. Okay, so now my function should get the name that I have clicked on and send an alert. So let's test it out. Of course, the first time you run this, it's going to ask for authorization. So to proceed through that, I'm going to select the options. If you see this message, you're going to want to click Advanced. And then you're also going to want to click this link down here. This is basically telling Google Sheets that you trust the functions that were built into the spreadsheet. I do. Awesome. And it just ran our function. Hello, Mike. Let's test it with Jessica. Hello, Jessica. And Steve. Hello, Steve. Awesome. There you have it. That's how you create a button in Google Sheets.